Okay, so hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is Red Dragon Archfiends, but with a new broken card, and it's called Crimson Dragon QuetzCoatl. QuetzCoatl. Okay. When I first read this card, I thought that this card was basically a synchro version of Appaloosa, but you can see over here that you can only use each of the following effects of Crimson Dragon QuetzCoatl once per turn. It's still very usable because it's a dark, and in Red Dragon Archfiends that's great because every synchro in this extra deck is Dark Dragon. It's generic, and it can bring back as many dragon synchro monsters from the graveyard, and then you can use them to negate a monster effect, and in the process you also bounce one of those synchros into the extra deck, so you can reuse that same synchro monster the next turn. Now I'm gonna show you 5 duels against actual opponents to see how strong this deck is. Okay, in the first duel I'm going second and my opponent bricked. They just sent Imperm. I use Red Resonator to summon 2 Archfiend. It gets met with Imperm, that's completely fine. I still have extenders like Red Rising Dragon, summon the Red Resonator. They use the new hand trap, it's Fideralis Harmonia. This is a very good card, and I'm definitely thinking of making a video on this because it really doesn't really need a lot of extra deck space. If you run a synchro deck, then this is a automatic 3-off. But anyway, you can see that I got 2 Bone Archfiend, sent Vision, Vision adds Gaia adds the Darkness Resonator, and you can see that it really doesn't matter where you can hand trap this deck because there are so many extenders in this deck now. You also saw the Salamander, so many extenders, but the problem is that the Dark Dragon synchro monsters aren't that great, and yeah, opponent surrendered. I only had 1 barrier, but I also had Usurpation as follow-up. In the second duel I'm going first, I think, yeah. I use Usurpation and they chain Fuvalos. And Fuvalos is a very big problem for this deck because I tend to summon a lot from my extra deck and also from my deck. Here it is, one of the examples. Playtime, summons Archfiend, use Archfiend, add Necromancer, Red Rising, and Vision. Yep, adding Crimson Gaia, summon the Hot Red, using Necromancer, use Archfiend, Launcher, go for the third Red Rising, I think. Go for Red Darkness. No, this is the third Red Rising, that's good. Using the Resonator call to summon the Synchron Resonator. This is also a new addition to the deck because it's a level 1 tuner and it's not once per turn to add back the Resonator, so that's a very good card to have a follow-up with. Using Launcher, using Archfiend. Unfortunately, I had to give my opponent, I think, it wasn't 10, it was 8 cards, I think. But I still played through Ash Blossom, but yeah, fortunately, my opponent drew the trap, yeah, the favorite contact, so I couldn't use my Infernity barrier. Yeah. They go for this new hero, the Duskroll. Use the Cross Crusader. Yep. Add Vion. Here's another new mask hero. It's mask hero Fountain. Yep. Vion again, adding Poly. Infernal Divisor. I still have barrier, so I'm not really dead yet. Okay, they tried to use the Thunder Giant Voltic Thunder, but I had to negate that because that can destroy my whole board. They went for Contrast Hero Chaos. This is actually a Omni Negate, right? No, this is just a negate. Okay. I use Hot Red just to stop asking me to chain every single time. Okay. They destroy my QuetzCoatl, destroy the Necromancer. Yeah. Destroy the Hot Red and Archfiend. Yeah, and I lost. I mean, they had 15 cards in their hand. What can I do? In the third duel, I'm playing first this time, and I'm using the Stone Sweeper. Stone Sweeper is a great card because it can discard itself to add any level 3 or lower Fiend tuner. So this can either add the Crimson Resonator or any Resonator for that matter. But it can also add the Infernity Wildcat. I'm not playing Wildcat in this build, but it's definitely an option because sometimes you draw Archfiend or Necromancer and you just want to discard them and then, yeah, extend from there. Anyway, Archfiend grabs Launcher, go for second or third Red Rising, go for QuetzCoatl just to clear up the space, use Launcher, bring back Archfiend and Necromancer, use Archfiend, grab Barrier. I think that I'm only running one Barrier because it's so freaking bad to draw Barrier. To use Hero Leaves, so on Shadow Mist, I use QuetzCoatl, bring back that Red Rising so I can use it once again. They use Vion, I use Barrier on it, but they have more extenders in Duskcrow. Yeah, Duskcrow adds the Furnace. Yep, it adds Poly, they use Poly, and they go for Voltic Thunder this time, and that resolves, unfortunately. But yeah, this card is so freaking strong. But you can see that I can still do something. I bring back Necromancer, and unfortunately I get met with Callby. I use Necromancer to attack, to reset Return of the Reaper and add Catalyzer, use Synchron to add the Soul Resonator, and then I can use Salamander, summon Soul Resonator, use Bone Archfiend. Yeah, I had to send the Reaper. Yep, go for Crimson King, add Crimson Gaia, use Crimson Gaia, I think add, yeah, the Power of Ice. Power of Ice, summon itself, add the Darkness Resonator. So you can see that from one card I can do everything, and also I ended on Spell and Trap Negate. They use Furnace, add another Poly. I just negate it with Void Ogre, of course. Yep. Crimson Resonator, add the Vision, use Vision, add the Crimson Call, use it, summon the Synchron Resonator, go for Hot Red, use Dispatcher, bring back Archfiend, and yeah. In the fourth duel I'm also going first, I think. Yeah, they use the Griffo to set a quick play spell. Okay, they set the Mind Shuffle. Use Stone Sweeper, they chain Mind Shuffle. They add the Skull Archon of Chaos. Yep. Send Ritual of Light and Darkness, add Demok. Use Soul Resonator, add Bone Archfiend. Send the Crimson Call because you can always add it with Crimson Gaia. So that's really good. And that's why I'm just running one. You can always reset it with Crimson Gaia, and Crimson Gaia is searchable by Crimson King and Vision Resonator. Anyway, playtime summons Archfiend. I add the Return of the Reaper, use Vision and Red Rising. Yep, add the Crimson Gaia. Crimson Gaia will add the Fiend Piece Golem. This is still a great one-off because it can just bring back that Archfiend. Use Archfiend, add Launcher, use the Red Rising again, bring back the Vision Resonator, go for Infernity Doom Dragon because this is a Dark Dragon and it also makes Barrier alive. Yep. Use Reaper, bring back Archfiend, grab Barrier, go for QuetzCoatl, bring back Infernity Doom Dragon, and yeah. They use the Mind Shuffle, I use the Hot Red because the Mind Shuffle is so freaking good. They use Engraver, Tract, go for Lori for Requiem. I negate Requiem with QuetzCoatl. They use Engraver. Yep, Requiem to equip. Engraver to send the QuetzCoatl. That's okay, because QuetzCoatl already did its job. I buried the Ritual of Light and Darkness, but you can see that they're playing Tear Element Chaos, something like that. It's interesting, I guess. They use the Skull Archfiend of Chaos, summon itself back, destroy Archfiend, but I can just reset the Return of the Reaper. They go for Masquerena, for Spring, send the Merly, go for Mud Dragon. They try to destroy the Haltred, but they forgot that Soul Resonator has a great effect. Yep, go for Beast, draw 1, and yeah, opponent surrender because they have no more follow-up. And I have Launcher, I have Gaia, I have Reaper, so much extension. And in the final duel, this is the second game against Tear Element Chaos, so I'm going first. They start with Magical Swordsman, activate Mind Shuffle, discard the Rhino Heart, which is interesting. They send the Tear Elements Cashteras, mill also the Beast, use Sharon, discard Skull Archfiend of Chaos, send the Ritual of Light and Darkness, add Demok. Yeah, go for the Garrus, I guess. Draw 2 more, use Ritual of Light and Darkness, add the field spell. Yeah, every single time there's a new card that has an effect when it is sent to the graveyard by card effect. Of course, that Tear Element is gonna abuse the hell out of that card. Yep, go for a Lacrima and Lori, I guess. Yeah. Sequence, Garura, draw 1, they activate the Scream. Yep, go for Lacrima, the fusion one. Summon the Engraver, go for High King Caesar, go for Sprint. Yeah, they have Caesar for now. They have Dragostapelia, they destroy the Sprint, okay. Go for Skull Archfiend and Masquerena, so they have Masquerena, Dragostapelia, they have Wave High King Caesar. They destroy the Paralyze, use Kashtira, and they mill 2 freaking Tear Element names, go for Kaleido Heart, use Darkness, it gets negated by Caesar. Yep, but I still have so much follow-up because I have Crimson Gaia. Yep, Crimson Gaia is gonna add the Soul Resonator. I can just normal summon a Soul Resonator, but Dragostapelia negates its effect. I use the Usurpation to set playtime. They use Dynamondo, which shuffles back my Soul Resonator. I use Playtime to summon the 2 Cardfiend. They use Demok and Scream, and unfortunately they milled a tier name, so yeah, if this resolved, if they didn't hit a tier name, I would have sent the Bone Archfiend. Bone Archfiend can then summon itself by discarding a Synchron Resonator. Then that Bone Archfiend can send the Vision Resonator, add the Crimson Call, and you can see that I would still have a chance, but yeah, they had too many interruptions. So yeah, this is the deck again. The deck was really good. Here are some suggestions you can also play. You can play the Wandering King Wildwind because it's still a great extender. It's a level 4 dark and it's searchable by the whole deck. You can also play the Scarlight. Scarlight is of course great as a synchro, as a generic synchro that is great going second. You can play more Crimson Calls because even just by hard drawing this card it is really good. You can also play the Crimson Blade Dragon, but then you also have to play, for example, the Bestials, but Bestials aren't that great, to be honest with you. You can also play Infernity Break, it's a good option as well. You can play more Zelemander Catalyzer, but I think that one Catalyzer is enough. It's searchable and it can also reoccur itself when a fiend is destroyed by battle. You can also play more Bone Archfiends, but I think that one is completely fine. You can also play Void Apocalypse because it's 3 more Foolish Burials, and you can also discard a monster that you don't want in your hand. You can play more barriers as well. All in all, this is a very good deck. Red Dragon Archfiends are just getting so much support recently, but Infernity is just getting one Doomslinger and that's it. There should be more Infernity cards because playing the same cards since 2010 is not really that great, except the Return of the Reaper, but Reaper is, if you play it with some other archetype, you play it as a one-off. In a pure, it's a trio, but besides Reaper, every other Infernity card is situational at best. So yeah, that's it gonna be for the video. See you soon and goodbye.